All right, before we jump in, just the usual heads up. This is all for educational purposes. It is absolutely not financial advice. You've got to do your own research. Okay, let's get into it.
Welcome to your daily health report for PLAZM. We are on day 91, and folks, we have just smashed through another major milestone as the protocol gears up for its biggest stress test yet.
You know, the theme for today is pretty simple. We're seeing green candles and we're seeing milestones just fall one after the other. The momentum is everywhere, but honestly, the price action, that's only half the story.
I mean, look at this. Both PLAZM and eSHARE are showing solid green today, both up over 4%. And that's fantastic, right? It shows real market strength. But the really exciting stuff is what's happening under the hood with the token supply.
And here it is. This is the headline number for day 91. Another milestone has officially fallen. A full 7% of the entire PLAZM supply has now been permanently destroyed, just vaporized from existence.
So that brings us to the core narrative today, what I'm calling the Great Supply Compression. Because that burn, it's just one piece of a much bigger story about how fast the available supply is tightening up. Just look at the acceleration here. I mean, 1 week ago, we were sitting at 3%. Today, we're at 7%. That is a staggering 187,860 tokens burned in just 7 days. The burn machine isn't just working, it is running red hot.
But listen, the burn is only part of the equation. This right here might be an even more critical development. The sheer speed of the liquid supply compression. To go from half, 50% of the total supply being liquid and sellable, all the way down to 45% in just 5 days, that is an incredibly aggressive move.
So the big question is, where did all that supply actually go? Well, it's flowing into 3 key places. First, some of it's being burned forever, like we just saw. Second, it's being staked by long-term believers who are locking it up for rewards. And third, it's being added to liquidity pools to deepen the market. And the critical thing to remember is that every single token that follows one of these paths is taken out of the immediate sell pressure pool.
And look at what this does to the overall picture. More than half, 55% of the entire PLAZM supply is now what we can call protected. It's either locked in staking, it's providing liquidity, or it's been permanently destroyed. The sellable float is shrinking by the day.
Which leads us right into our next point, community conviction. This supply compression, it isn't just some automated algorithm doing its thing. No, it's being driven by the real actions of real people in the community. This is a story of pure conviction.
And the numbers, well, they don't lie. In just the last 24 hours, another 40,000 PLAZM got staked, and over 21,000 more were added to liquidity pools. And this isn't happening in some quiet market. This is happening during a release window, a time when you might actually expect more selling. Instead, we are seeing people accumulate and lock up their tokens. That, my friends, is pure conviction.
Okay, so with the supply getting tighter and tighter, how does the protocol actually defend itself against the upcoming releases? Well, that brings us to the real yield defense system. Now, it's so important to understand what real yield actually means here. The protocol isn't just printing more tokens out of thin air to create artificial demand. No way. This defense is funded by actual trading fees paid in stablecoins like USDC that are generated by the protocol's own treasury. It's a truly sustainable system. And here's how that engine works. It's actually beautifully simple. First, the ETH in the vault is used to buy income-generating bonds. Next, those bonds earn trading fees from all sorts of DeFi activity, and those fees get paid in USDC. Then, that USDC flows directly into the buy pools, creating a constant, sustainable source of buy pressure to defend the price.
And here's a look at those defense pools as of right now. Now, I want you to notice one thing in particular. See that Build USDC pool? Its daily deployment rate has been cranked up to 10%. Now, why does that matter? Ramping up this specific pool means more stablecoin buy power is being stockpiled for the exact moment the largest PLAZM release is about to hit the market. This is a direct, strategic preparation for day 94.
And hey, for anyone out there wondering if this is all just theory, well, here's the proof. Over $55,000 in real, actual profits have already been claimed by this yield engine. It's working. It's generating around $330 a day in real, sustainable yield that goes right back into defending the protocol.
So all of this, the burns, the compression, the real yield defense, it's all leading up to one single thing, the ultimate test. Now just 3 days away on day 94. This is the number that everyone is watching. On day 94, over 500,000 PLAZM tokens are scheduled to be released into the market. It is, by a long shot, the single largest release event we've got on the forecast.
But this chart right here gives you that crucial context. Day 94 is a massive peak, no doubt about it. But look what happens immediately after. On day 95, the pressure eases dramatically, dropping all the way down to just 182,000 tokens. It's a storm, for sure, but it's a storm with a very clear end in sight. The protocol is designed to weather this peak and come out even stronger on the other side.
So let's bring it all together. What's the final verdict on the protocol's health as we stand here on day 91?
Well, the report is overwhelmingly positive. We've officially crossed that 7% burn milestone. The liquid supply is compressing at a frankly incredible rate. Prices are green, showing market confidence. Staking conviction just keeps growing day by day. And the defense system is actively ramping up its preparations for the big test.
7% burned, 45% liquid. 3 days to day 94. The milestones just keep falling. The compression keeps accelerating. The protocol keeps preparing. And we'll be here when the storm's peak arrives.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. And remember, this is not financial advice. Never ever invest more than you can afford to lose, and always do your own thorough research. We'll see you tomorrow.